encourage you to do what you please in the home you pay for, because no one can make me do anything in mine.
Can't none of y'all step in my house and say a motherfucking thing.
Not decorating nicely just because you rent.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
Homeownership doesn't equal taste.
Hire a decorator to come in here quick, cause damn.
Ceiling fans. All in favor? Say aye. In the bedroom, y'all don't get hot. Frame TVs. I don't want it. We can tell, babes.
You know that I can see you.
Miss Mama's. Open closet systems. It's cute until it's not.
This for every black woman who ever had a problem with a black man.
Collection plate going around. Take cash, card, Zelle, EBT, whatever you got.
Donations. It's a donation. I thought it was the trash. Don't be hitting on me. Put money in stupid ass.
What's up, everybody? My name is Andrea. If you're new here and if you are, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. And to my OG subscribers, thanks for tuning back in and welcome back to another video. So, judging by the title, you already know this video is going to be about my thoughts on design. Before we start, let me issue a disclaimer. We are gathered here today to discuss my opinions on interior design, which may be deemed unpopular. Again, these are my opinions, not to shade or shame anyone, or to be considered gospel. I encourage you to do what you please in the home you pay for, because no one can make me do anything in mine.
As far as my house is concerned, can't none of y'all step in my house and say a motherfucking thing, bitch.
Period. Now that's out of the way, let's hop into it. The first thing I want to discuss is not decorating nicely just because you rent.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
Now, for most people, unless you have a roommate, you paid your house off, or live at home for free, lucky, the place you lay your head is your biggest bill. So, why not enjoy it?
So I renovated a rental.
Oh, what?
Yes, this is my second time doing that actually. It's cosmetic renovation.
This is the space you're supposed to have peace. This is the space you're supposed to enjoy and unplug from the world. Make it nice. Make it comfortable. I know we glorify home ownership, and I also agree that it's important. It's an achievement. It's a milestone. But owning isn't for everybody. Not everyone wants to come up with $10,000 to fix a roof or have to maintain a lawn. Some people would rather just live in a place where they don't have to worry about any maintenance. If something breaks, they can make a call and it's not coming out of their pockets. And I can respect that. This is gonna sound kind of morbid, but just go with me. I feel like, bless me, we don't live for the moment enough. Like, I can plan all I want to buy a house next year, right? But what if I get called to glory before then? Now I'm looking crazy because I've been in this rental, putting my dreams on hold to design it to my aesthetic, to my pleasing, and now I'm dead. I could have invested in that lamp and enjoyed it while I was here. I wish I would have bought that vase or that art or that couch. You see where I'm going? While heaven is a dream and I'm sure it's very nice up there, I don't know that you can decorate your living quarters, if you will, to your design preference up there. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think there's a Home Goods or an antique shop or a First Dibs that you can log on to and have it. Do you know what I mean? Like, wow, that went very left. If you're a renter, this is a perfect time to try things out on a smaller scale, something not so permanent, to figure out what you like and curate your design style. Not to say you can't do that in a home that you own, but y'all see what I'm saying. Also, I'm a firm believer in appreciating what you have and treating it as such. A lot of people don't get blessed with bigger and better because, see how the devil work? I'm speaking a word and interruption. Not today, Satan. Anyways, like I was saying, a lot of people don't get blessed with bigger and better because they treat what they have in the moment like trash.
Trash.
Or just don't appreciate it as much because it's not the goal. Collection plate going around. Take cash, card, Zelle, EBT, whatever you got.
Donations. It's a donation. I thought it was the trash. Don't be hitting on me. Put money in stupid ass. I whoop your ass, Clarence. Don't call me now.
You guys know I rent, but I can buy a house tomorrow if I wanted to, humbly speaking. But today I'm in an apartment and it's designed like a home. I've seen and visited so many homeowners. I don't know why I just did air quotes. They're actually homeowners, but I visited and seen their dwellings, if you will, and not to judge or throw shade, but
Oh, hire a decorator to come in here quick, cause damn.
homeownership doesn't equal taste. Now, some people really just don't care. Like, as long as they got a bed, a couch, a TV, they're straight. That's fine. But don't make yourself that person just because you rent, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so this next topic is very taboo, but ceiling fans. All in favor? Say aye. I'm for it. Now, ceiling fans are probably the first things that people rip out and replace with something more sophisticated, more elevated, but y'all don't get hot. I'm a person that will occasionally work out in the living room, so I need a ceiling fan. And in the bedroom, it's just like, keep it PG. I need a ceiling fan. Like,
How come you don't hold me when we finish making love? Because it's hot! Move! Get off me! Get off me!
I love good design like everybody else, but I'm not sweating my itches out for it. I'm just not. I'm not that girl. Sorry. Let's move on. So yes, we love statement lighting, from vintage to art deco and everything in between. But in this case, functionality trumps aesthetics for me. Y'all do what y'all want, but yeah. Open closet systems.
Hated it!
Up until, I'll say maybe 2 years ago, I always wanted a wing in my house dedicated to my wardrobe, where I can see everything, display everything I've collected. This is something I've always wanted until I didn't, which is now. Now I feel like it's so, why? If I'm honest, a lot of the ones I see are giving fashion / content creator starter pack. And it's no shade, because I did it too a couple of times. Like, we've all done it. Some people still have it, still love it. Do what you want in your house. You pay your bills, I don't. And even though I feel that way, some people do get it right. Aaliyah, aka Aaliyah's Face, had an amazing closet system. It was chef's kiss.
I lose one pump, I don't know.
Hers was completely open, but it gave elevated boutique. The finishes, the lighting, the mood, the materials, it was everything. Janae Naylor is another one that I really enjoyed, even though I don't really like open closet systems as much as I used to. Hers is really nice too, which, duh, because the girl can dress down, okay? So it was only right that her closet matched her style.
Today is the day we're doing a closet tour. The closet is all of these like cabinets with doors. I did opt for doors because my old closet, I just started getting like claustrophobic almost. Like, I have a lot of things and I feel like every time I went in that room, they were like caving in on me. So
I will call hers semi-open because she has glass doors. So you can see the pieces, but they're contained at the same time. Love that. However, it's cute until it's not.
Yeah! This for every black woman who ever had a problem with a black man!
If you're OCD, you can keep everything in its place, in its section, color-coded. I applaud you. Great job. God bless. Praise be. But that's not my ministry. This video is so like preachy. Oh well. Also, this is just in my mind, but I feel like it's a welcome to thieves. Just hear me out. It may be a little extreme as a thought. I personally love having my blinds open, my curtains drawn back, even at night. And I feel like if I had an open closet system, that wouldn't change. So if you're anything like me and you have, let's say, a neighbor going for an afternoon run, they're gonna see your Chanel, your Hermes, your Jimmy Choos, all your valuables, and if the wrong person sees it, that lick getting hit, Miss Mamas. This is just where my mind goes. I don't know. With that being said, I'm so into closed wardrobes, especially ones with good craftsmanship. Crafts. Especially ones with good craftsmanship. You can hide the mess if you need to and get to it later without triggering your anxiety thinking about the mess you made when you're trying to pack or find something to wear for date night, like I do. So basically, I do believe that an open closet system can be elevated and thoughtfully designed, but Andrea's dream closet consists of hiding her fashions behind a door. I want the stuff, I just don't want to see the stuff. The next topic is not centering your TV to the living room. I disagree, especially if you have a fireplace. Like,
I've
only seen this done where it's to my liking a few times. McKenna did a makeover for one of her friends. She's here on YouTube. I'll pop up what I'm talking about here on the screen. But I feel like more people than not would put the TV above the fireplace, but she didn't. And I actually like the way the room flowed. I can't really put my finger on why I like the way it looks, because like I said, I don't agree with not centering the room around a TV. Like, if you're gonna have a TV, I'm probably gonna be in the room watching TV. Sarah Wisted also didn't center her TV to the room. I feel like if she did, she would have put her TV above her fireplace in her formal living room, but it's to the side and it totally works for her space. Any other time I've seen where people deliberately try not to center the TV to the room, it looks out of place to me. Like, the asymmetry of it all, I just can't get jiggy with it. Especially if I have a fireplace, I want the TV to be right here. I don't want to be looking at my TV that's over here. My fireplace is over here. And depending on how far the couch is from the fire, this side of my face is burning. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see myself doing that. I just don't. Y'all do what y'all want. And while we're on the subject of TVs, frame TVs. I don't want it. Now, to be fair, I've never seen a frame TV in person, ever. So I may be judging without fully knowing the impact. So I might actually appreciate the concept if I were to see it in real life. But I just feel like if you don't like the look of a TV, maybe don't have a TV. That's just me. I don't know, because we can tell, babes.
Nigga, you know that I can see you? You right there, it's on your nose.
We know that's the TV. Also, I'm not running up my light bill so I can have a screen of art on display. That's just me. I'm just not doing it. Now, I have seen a few spaces where I appreciate how the frame TV looks. Yeah, I caught Adrienne Bailon's house tour she did not too long ago, and she had a frame TV in one of her rooms, and I didn't hate it as much. Hate is a strong word. I didn't dislike it as much as I usually do when I see it in people's homes. So she did it right.
Cool design. We had options. In this room, we have a Samsung frame TV. We are those people that like to watch TV, guys. We just do. We like to watch movies in different places in our house.
But I just feel like there are other ways to mask a TV. Like I said, I've never seen this in person, so I may be prejudging. But I love the idea of actually hiding the TV. I've seen some spaces where they have like flush doors that just simply close and you don't see anything until you open the doors to the TV.
This is the TV.
No, it just opens right up.
It's right up and then it comes out on a swivel. I mean, listen, I still love my TV.
I actually prefer, if you're going to hide a TV, to make it more of a cubby situation, if that makes sense. Adding doors aesthetically is at the top of the list. I've seen so many spaces where there's like maybe like a flush door situation, and it's tucked away, but you can still open it and enjoy your Housewives of Atlanta. Now, I realize everybody can't do that because they're limited architecturally. I think that's right. So you can do something like Danielle Bernstein did, where she did it's like a painting that she simply hung over the TV and then took it down when they were gonna watch it.
And then under here is actually the TV. So we built a TV into the wall, and you can actually like press on it on either side and pull it out. So we can face it towards the kitchen, we can face it towards the dining room. And then I realized that I wanted this wall to feel like there was no electronics in it, basically, even though obviously there's so many. So we got this piece made by Kit King. It just sits with two nails over the TV and just kind of seamlessly fits.
So it's like making the TV art, like the frame is supposed to do, but it's actual art over the TV. And that makes more sense than framing the TV. Y'all get it. I feel like I can go on and on about this, but I think I want to make this a series. So comment down below your opinions, things you want me to touch on, and we can do those in following videos. So yeah, this was fun. Hope I didn't offend anybody. It ain't that deep. It's interior design, not world peace. Like, actually, it's my world peace because my home is my world. I don't leave it. So yeah, thanks for spending some time with me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you haven't. Take care of yourselves, those around you, and your mental health. And I will see you guys in my next video. But until then, peace out.